Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Hurts.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's complete to Sanders. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On 1st down, Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass.
And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And the Eagles have recovered. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, these 2 teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd down, back to Sanders.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hurts gets this to Sanders.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Throwing is Hurts.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here we go now on first and goal. They go play action with Hurts.
Out to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. He got halfway home there, down to the 1, but a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
Exactly. Halfway home isn't all the way home, right? So they feel pretty good about keeping him out on that play.
3 tight ends up front here. Third and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Eagles are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Sanders.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Hurts fumbles it.
Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, heck, kick it, field goal time.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. On the return, Walker.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
Now the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Eagles 10, Washington 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes
fighting through, and he's got space. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Walker.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Gehring.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Being chased out left.
Open man is Jacob Hollister.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by Hollister. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A give running left. It's Sanders. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 4. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Walker. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
He's got it to Gibson.
And all the way down to the 29. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick here is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia. And Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Rodgers now on first down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And Washington able to make this a close game again. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Washington 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this, because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They'll try to run with Gibson.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson,
his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurts.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
A carry for Gibson.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Rodgers now to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And some room to roam now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on 1st down.
Gibson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
On play action, now Rodgers rolling to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take wins home. All right, 54.
Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's complete to Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Pushing his way through. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Gibson again.
And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And the Washington first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
working with a 2nd and 3. Gibson here running out of the gun.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Matt Ioannidis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
On 1st down, Hurts. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here.
And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.